Hey guys, Jay here, Opkee Investors. And before we get started on this, we tested a really, even though the first test was a fail, doesn't mean that we didn't get value from it. So this is a suite of EAs. Most of these EAs are from resellers that we traded as a portfolio. So I want to show you how that went and what we're going to do with it in the future. So first things first, we're not financial advisors, and this is not financial advice. So this test should not be seen as such. Second thing is, let's take a look at what some of our expectations were with this particular system, with this particular suite of or portfolio of EAs. So this is our EA portfolio system test. As you can see right there, they claim that they put together quite a few EAs that they tested, they tweaked, they realigned the set files, and they had some pretty good claims with this. They say they averaged on here $350 to $700 a day, fully automated, just let it run, whether it's news, um, low news, no news, high news. It claimed to be totally hands off. So fully automated, runs 24/7. Now, one of the things that I've got to say this, as you can see over here, I've just put this here just to remind me of what is our process, or what is my process for testing and utilizing EAs in my own portfolio, in my own trading. One of the things that was a big red flag, as you can see right here, it was no MyFX book or investor's password where I can go in and see what the history of the trades, the type of trades that it took, and also EA behavior. But this is what I liked about it and why we went in as a group and bought it. The portfolio concept, love that. It mitigates if you have these high risk EAs running. We don't expect all of them to run successfully at the same time, right? I mean, there's no EA that can in the long run, depending on what your money management is, but just continuously perform in all market conditions, especially the ones where there's major spikes or news events or something that's catastrophic. We all know that when we're in the know. I like the risk management is stressed in this particular system, and they even have risk management EAs in the package. Really cheap for group testing. So it's relative, right? In a world where there are $20,000 EAs, most of these were resellers, and I don't know where your moral position on this is, but I'm going to test the cheapest way that I possibly can, and if it proves to be what they say it is, then I'll go buy the full thing, get all of the support, things of that nature. Custom set files. We know that we can find quite a few EAs downloaded free, jailbroken, whatever the case may be, but that doesn't matter as much as the rules and the set files that we take hours and hours and hours, days, months, and even sometimes years adjusting and readjusting it to current market conditions. And also there was and I'm putting this in quotes, there was a $12,000 EA to test that was included in this particular package. So let's take a look at what happened. Well, here are the charts, and we may as well just make this short and sweet. I mean, as far as what the performance was, per the instructions, we went from $3,000 to, because we had to start, don't worry about that number right there, but we started this at $3,000, and as you can see, we lost 99%, and even worse within a week, based on the instructions. Now, does that mean that it's a bad system? No. I could have easily started this, and I didn't put any stop loss, and I did not use the risk management EA on this either. But I could have started this trading at the worst of all times. And I think I even started this around daylight savings time. So that could have skewed my particular result. So I'm going to continue to test, because you remember we have a tote testing. We test, operate, test, and then we exit. So it's not completely exited yet, but this was our first round of testing. We lost 99%, but that doesn't mean that we did not get value. I'm going to show you their spreadsheet that gave me a little bit of hope, which I'm still going to tweak, look at some of the set files, and we're going to start this over sometime in April, at least the test in April. It came with a pretty cool spreadsheet. It was super confusing, but I think the format is going to be great. They call some things profit buckets. I don't understand, don't know why, but it gave some pretty cool instructions, and I'm going to change it up with some of the EAs that I'm using now, but I love the way that they segmented it out, and also I think they assign just so much. So if I have $100,000 account, I may assign $5,000 to each EA, or I may have 10 EAs and it's $2,000. I'm sorry, $10,000 a piece, or I may want to keep half of it in cash. That's going to be 100% protected, and then trade with high risk on $50,000 of it. So there's a lot of ways that you can do this, and that's why it's going to take. That's well, we at least like testing, sharing some of the risks, sharing some of the costs of testing these things to find the best set files, also to find the best profitability system, for the lack of a better term, like that. And then it shows all the EAs that were included in there. So that's why I say, guys, now all in all, it was valuable information. Was it worth what we paid for it? Absolutely, just to get some of this information, even though it was an epic fail during this first round of testing. Let's look at one of the things I want to make sure that I have, I want to make sure that I show this, because of course we're going to use the exact same demo account to test this, but I want to make sure that we have a record of what it did on the first test. So that's why you'll see this with the CX portfolio EA1. So that's going to be our first portfolio that was an epic fail. So we're going to go back in and we're going to utilize that $12,000 EA and see if that gives us some better results. So again, guys, if you want to help us test some of this stuff out, if you want to be a part of what we're doing, you're more than welcome to check us out on Telegram. I think the link will be below. Other than that, go out there and make some real money.